Hello and welcome to Ketterick Farms. How is everyone doing tonight? We've got a bunch of people in chat already here, and I haven't even gone live yet. So I'm gonna be catching up here from the very beginning, it looks like. It's been a busy couple of days here, but I'm glad to be back. And I'm excited to dive back into the Millennial Farmer map tonight. We're gonna be diving into our planting, it looks like. We've got quite a bit going on here. And so I'm just getting the last couple of things set up here. We've got a lot going on. We've got Perma's modding sending me some last minute mod changes, so I didn't get a chance to talk to him before the stream here, but we've got a couple of things to try out, so hopefully that works out for us. And I'm already losing stuff off the top of the chat, so I apologize in advance if I forget to say hi to anybody, but welcome to the stream, everybody. Got Scott George there. Hey, how you doing, bud? Yeah, something like that. I'm switching out the seeds in the planter here at the last minute. We, also known as putting the kids to bed, so we've got the 4-year-old that's supposed to go to bed at 8, and it's 9 o'clock, and I can still hear him running around up there, so good time as always. So we've got the seeder here set up, and I don't actually have it full of seed just yet. I think there's a little bit left in here from when I was doing some testing before we started everything. I know the hat got dirty, so we're hatless today. You guys are gonna see the bald spot on the top if I lean forward too much. But we do have the seed tender all set up here, and we're gonna be using this. Perma's Modding recently released an update to this seed tender, which is gonna let me fill it at a bulk fill station. So we're gonna be testing that out today. I was gonna get some pallets in here, but I think we're gonna be doing it with the bulk fill and see how that works today. And let's see here. Oh my goodness, chat is going crazy. Ryan, welcome to the chat there, bud. Argsy, welcome. It's gotta be, well, it's actually morning for you probably by now. Sam Modding, good to see you. Cooper Curry, welcome to the stream. We've got Harvick in here. We're gonna go ahead and tackle this small field here. And we do have a worker going from the co-op on spreading lime on our last field, or one of our last fields right now. So we're gonna be checking that out. And one of the things you're gonna notice here right out of the gate with our planting is that we've got custom soil textures on this map, and that is something that we will be doing a tutorial on here soon. I think Argsy might have done a tutorial on this actually, but I've been getting a lot of questions there, so I gotta go check out and see what Argsy done, and I might just be redirecting people over to Argsy to figure out how to do this. I got some help with this from my moderator team. Living on a Player been helping me out with a lot of miscellaneous modding questions here over the last couple of weeks. Good to see you, Scorpion's Edge. Welcome to the stream. Bright Life. Oh, we've got Polycount Taz. You weren't lying. You made it to the stream. 4 a.m. and everything. And wow, we are way off here, folks. I can't read the chat and drive apparently. Well, let's get a little bit of help from GPS here. Get this going. Oh, it helps if you turn it on. Brandon Cunningham, welcome to the stream. John Deere for life. Good to see you again. We've got some GPS going here. Brian, good to see you. Lamborghini, hi, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, Moldy Milk, I've got these, I want to say, I saw that in the custom modding group, somebody posted about how to do custom textures. And then we started playing around with them, and I just wasn't a fan. of some of those textures, and so been working with Livin from the staff team to make a bunch of changes and tweaks and updates to things. So hopefully moving forward, I'm going to have kind of a standard set of things that I like to do to update a lot of the maps that I play on. So we'll see how it goes. Hyperwolf, I saw that new Welker workshop came out today. So I missed that before I put that video out that went out today. I'd put that together a few days ago, and honestly, I'd completely forgot about the Welker sheds, or I probably would have rolled those in with the Millennial Farmer sheds that Mapper's Paradise did. I've not actually played on the Welker Farms map, and yes, we're going to come back and hit these 2 rows that I missed. And Pleasant View Farms, it's good to see you. How's the real life farming been treating you this week? Yeah, Scorpion's Edge, I like this planting texture because it just feels a little bit more like typical row crop. We're gonna come over here and not drive through the field as much. And so it feels a little bit more like you're actually planting corn with this, which is pretty cool. Randy Pepler, good to see you. Yeah, the hat got dirty. I was mowing the yard and it blew off and fell in a mud puddle in the driveway, so I had to stick it in the wash, and I haven't had a chance to get it back out yet. So it's time every once in a while. See, what I'm worried about is every time I wash a ball cap, it's like a 50-50 if it comes back out feeling the same as it was before. So yeah, these are some textures that were edited / made on the staff team, I think. So I'm hearing that the stream is a little laggy. I'm looking up at my end, it looks pretty good. I've got an excellent connection reported back from YouTube, so let me know if anybody else is experiencing some lag. I'm not dropping any frames either, so. Cool. Farmer Ken Bob, I thought you got a new haircut. No, growing up with my dad being in the Army, I pretty much always just get a buzz cut every time it starts to get long enough. If I've got to comb it, I need to, it's time for a haircut. No end rows? Not on that part. I've got that nice grass headland over there. On this end, I've got an end row already planted. I direct drilled the seed with the stubble. Yeah, the problem is that there's pretty much just one planting texture, so, you know, if I'm doing any kind of a tillage, the problem is what am I planting over, right? If I'm planting over corn, that would be a different texture than if I was planting over bean stubble. And unfortunately, the game isn't able to take that into account. And so what I didn't like is that there's a lot of people that have like a wheat-based stubble in the field or a soybean texture, but it's like I'm planting in corn ground. Why would I have that as my texture? So Cooper Curry, almost night for you. That's it is late for a lot of people already. Unfortunately, there's only so many times available for me to stream this week. So I think we'll be doing another stream tomorrow night at this same time. But over on the members multiplayer server, it's harvest time on the Midtown server, and so I think we're going to be helping some of the members out with their harvest, and then maybe picking up some harvest contracts on the map. So that'll be fun as well. No, this texture is not part of the map. This was something that we added. Now this map does by default have improved textures. The soybean and corn textures are different from the base game on this map, and so we've made a few additional tweaks to the ground textures here just to kind of spruce things up. And so I'm kind of trying them out, seeing what they look like. I kind of like how this looks. It's got just that almost that 3D effect, not quite. Depending on, like, from this angle, it looks like 3D rows. What I really like is we managed to get them lined up here on the 30-inch rows. So we've got actual 30-inch rows, and it works with multi-terrain angle. So I know a lot of people were going to be interested in this as soon as I showed it off, and so I think the next tutorial video I do will likely be on how to do this, how to add custom textures. Like I said, I think I can't remember. Argzy, if you're still in the chat, I saw you earlier. Didn't you do a tutorial on how to add textures? That's something that I haven't done other than follow the instructions of pasting them in here, so. But yeah, these were textures that we put together on the moderator team, and so we're still testing some things out. We're gonna play around with them, tweak them a bit. But yeah, what I would really like to see in future games, I know a lot of people have been talking about the, Farm Sim 22 and, what we'd like to see. With seasons being built into the game, I'd also like to see more attention paid to what crops were planted before which, and, kind of carrying that through. I like the season cycles implementation, where you get crop rotations, but I'd also like to see that carry into ground textures and things where, if I have periodic plowing, right, in Farm Sim, where if I plant corn with seasons, I have to plow afterwards to mix in some of that residue. I'd like that to be the residue that's left over when I plant into it, so that it doesn't just turn into a normal cultivated texture. Stuff like that, I think, would be really cool. But yeah, Farmer Ken Bob, getting it lined up is partly the trick with that, is using GPS to shift my planter so that it lines up with the texture, and then using that as I continue to make the rounds. And so there's a little bit of, I don't know if I'd call it YouTube magic, but playing around with things to make it look nice. I'll usually shift my GPS track a little bit behind the scenes. Yeah, adding some additional mechanics like roundup and stuff would be interesting. What planter am I using, Robert? This is a DB60 from JHHG Modding. I had a 1770 NT, but it was not the highest quality mod, and so I ditched it for something that I knew was going to work well. And so this one's a pretty solid mod. If you haven't checked out the DB series planters that JHHG Modding's been releasing, they're pretty good. I've definitely enjoyed them. They tend to be a little bit high on the poly count, so sometimes you get a little bit of a performance issue with them, depending on if you're using the PC version or the Mod Hub version. And one interesting thing here is we're going to have to actually spray fertilizer for the first time in a while. Oh, did we run out of seed? No, I just turned the planter off. Because I don't have this planter currently set up with any type of fertilizer, and we are running precision farming here. And so if we look up here in this field, you can see that our nitrogen levels are somewhat low, but apparently not as low as I expected them to be. So we're definitely working on things. All right, so what do we got? We got one more pass here. Scott George, precision farming addresses a big part of the crop rotation algorithm. I can see them merging it. Yeah, and when they released that first part of precision farming, they said that it wasn't going to be the last update, that they were going to be working on additional things. But I don't know if that's something they're going to do in FS19, or if they meant that that's going to be something that comes in FS22. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how it goes. And I forgot to adjust my graphics settings. I was doing a video for something else here, and I'm gonna be a little bit low on FPS today. It looks like it's not a problem. Oh, I guess Millennial Farmer is a 1x map. I run different settings when I'm recording versus when I'm streaming because it does a lot of different things from a performance perspective. So we're gonna fold this up and run it back up here to the yard. We've got a few more fields to plant here, but I see somebody's asking for a tour on the map here, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna top off this planter and then see if we're gonna see if we need to run up and refill the truck. That'll be a good reason to kind of take a bit of a road trip here. And I also want to show off the couple of edits that we've got to some of the mods on the save here. And so what do we got here? My chat's going like crazy. Cash wants an equipment tour. Breakneck Farms. It's Crush. How you doing, man? Yes, the Millennial Farmer map is only a 1x. It's got some big fields, but it is only a 1x map. Cooper Curry, I talked to you earlier. Didn't you say you had to leave here shortly? You prefer seasons off, Tyler? So when I first started playing, a buddy and I used to play together, and we left seasons off because it helped us be able to just do more and have a little bit more variety, where with seasons on, it feels like you're always doing the same thing for a really long time. And so sometimes it's nice to get a little bit of variety going. And that's one of the reasons why we run the public multiplayer server without seasons, just to give people a little bit more variety and to do different things. So I think the plan is going to be here. Let's go ahead and get this guy started with a worker on our next field back here, on field 4. And then we can jump out and do a little bit of a equipment tour while the worker does a little bit of planting here. And I think what we're gonna do, if I look at the map here, we're gonna put corn in fields 1, 4, and 10, and then we're gonna do beans in 3 and 6. Yeah, logging is something I did a little bit of in FS17, but I haven't done much of in FS19. So definitely something I want to get back to at some point. Taz, your head doesn't like the night shift? Yeah, I'm not a morning person anymore. I've always been a night person, but when I worked on the farm, I was always up at the crack of dawn. But I just can't do mornings anymore. It's I don't know. I'd say I'm too old, but I know a lot of people that prefer mornings. But I'm just a night person. I would rather be up until 3, 4, 5 a.m. and then go to bed than the other way around. Oh, of course we're gonna miss a little bit here right out of the gate. We're going to take the headlands off here real quick, and then we'll get the worker going, and then stranded. Are we going to get it all planted tonight? Not with a DB60. We're hitting the small fields right now because that's easy to do on our own, but I think we're going to have to get some help to tackle these big fields. So I do think the dealer has a little bit bigger kit sitting there at the dealership that we might run up and borrow here to tackle some of our bigger fields in a little bit. Hey, it's Farmer Taz. Welcome to the stream, man. Chris is planting on Millennial Farmer today too. I did not install the DB120, Tyler. That felt like a little bit too big to me. But there is a DB90 sitting up there that I'm tempted to go grab. I put some equipment up at the dealer just to have some things sitting out there, making it look like there was equipment in the lot, and now I'm half tempted to just go grab it and put a worker off on one of these big fields to get it going. Luke, yes, this is the JHHG DB60. Yeah, I'm wondering, FF22, I would love to see curved rows. Multi-terrain angle is nice. It works better for things outside of planting. This doesn't look great, but it's better than not having the multi-terrain angle for sure. I don't think I've ever played on Crater Lake. That would be an interesting map to check out at some point. The Millennial Farmer map is surprisingly fun, given that it is a 1X, but it's just lots and lots of fields. I mean, there's 3 farms technically, but really, I don't know anybody who wants to run outside of the main farm. I guess there's got to be somebody out there, right? Westbridge Hills was a good map. I played that for just a little bit, but not that long. Logging maps are interesting to turn into a farming map. That would be fun, to clear out everything and then turn that into fields. Better birds AI would be nice. I just turned the birds off, I think, altogether. Hey, Coast Diver, thank you for the donation, sir. This is your favorite map? My thoughts on FS21? FS22 maybe? I think it's FS22, the new one that's coming out. My thoughts are that I think it's amazing they're going to put seasons in to start with. And that is because I love playing with seasons. I love playing that style of game. And I was really worried about, like, when FS22 comes out, what kind of content was I going to be able to put out, because I play every series I play with seasons. So that's the biggest thing for me. The graphics improvements, the performance improvements are all going to be super sweet. And I'm really looking forward to FarmCon because I know they're going to have to announce something bigger about the game then. Hopefully some in-game demo or something like that. So really looking forward to it. I've already told the wife I'm like just blocking those 3 days out. I don't know what time they're going to be running events at, but I'm going to be attending all the FarmCon events and probably putting out some videos after the fact. So we'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to start planting here right in the middle. I don't know that this is exactly how I would do this, but we're going to do it just because I want to get a GPS track running real quick here. And let's catch up on chat for a minute. Do I have a favorite map currently? I've played quite a few, and I would say that my favorite map, for a lot of different reasons, is this one. Just because I've had the most fun on this map with my series that I've done. I've played this map more than any other in Farm Sim. I don't know that I would say it's the best map ever made. I think there's a lot of other maps that are higher quality in different ways, but I think Mapper's Paradise did a great job on this, and it really captures the essence of what I love about Farm Sim, which is, for me, growing up in Minnesota farming, this is very familiar terrain. I think they did a really good job with the fields and such. I think Flint Hills is probably, my close second. That was an awesome map. And then 3 and 4 would be, a tie between Midwest Horizon and Medicine Creek for me, probably. I tend to like bigger maps, but this map has been the one that I had the most fun on. So I feel like if I didn't say that was my favorite map, I'm not sure, how you define favorite. Pineapple Bay, no. I have the most waking nightmares about Pineapple Bay. The that time we did, what was it, 120 acres with a single 2-row sugarcane harvester. That was fun times. Diana, I will be going for probably 2 full hours, so at least another hour and a half tonight. You were just watching Millennial Farmer. Does he have a new video out today? I haven't been on YouTube much today, which is interesting given that this is what I'm doing for a living now, but I don't find that I have that much time to watch videos, so I need to get caught up on a few. Oh, yeah, so people want to do an equipment tour here real quick, so let me get turned around on the end row and I will start up a worker here, and we'll do an equipment tour. Jonathan, where did I get the updated map? So this is the version that Mapper's Paradise released on the Mod Hub, and then we made a few tweaks to it here with some of my staff members on the channel, so just a few minor edits in GE to take out some of the features of the map that we weren't going to use. I don't do a lot of forestry and things like that, so we took out the lumber mill and the forestry section and added in some additional things on the map, so. Coast Diver, going back to your donation, I'm kind of curious what things you're looking forward to in FS22. It's interesting to me to see a lot of talk about, you know, what's coming and what people want to see, and so I'm always curious to hear what other people want to see come out in the new game as well. So equipment tour, let's start off here. We've got a 2020 Chevy 2500 HD, I believe. This came off of Mod Network. We've got the Unverth Seed Runner here, which is now a mod that Perma's Modding just edited so that I can fill it from the top. We're going to test that theory here in a little bit. We've got the 9570R from Custom Modding. We've got the Mandako Storm. This was released, the Lizard Storm was released on the Mod Hub here recently, and Perma's Modding just sent this over to me tonight to test out. It's got a few small changes to it, so if I unfold this here, the big changes, at least the ones that I've noticed, he didn't give me a change log, but he's slapped the Mandako logo on here instead of the Lizard logo. And we've got the Mandako shields here. You can put it on either the front or the back, depending on how you turn your discs. You want to put one of these shields on there to keep the dirt from flying too far out of the row that you're currently doing tillage on. So this is pretty cool. I think probably the tires and stuff have been changed a little bit here too, so it looks pretty good. Turn off by fertilizer. It is fertilizing your field. Ah, that explains a lot. Where is my... Oh, I missed one. See, I've got all the other ones off. Save game. There we go. Thank you. Seen the money drizzling down there in the upper right-hand corner a little bit faster than I was anticipating. Hey, we've got Canadian Farmer Donnie on here. Well, good to see you, man. It's been a while. Coast Diver, a fix for the AI is the big one. I agree. I'd love to see the AI be a little bit smarter. I've been trying to use the hired helpers a little bit more, like the base game ones, just to remind myself, because I tend to rely so much on course play and auto drive for things. So we'll definitely have to kind of keep an eye on that as we get closer to FS22. Popping into the shed here on our equipment tour, we've also got the Millennial Farmer version of the Thunder Creek trailer here, so I really like this. I can't remember. I think Perma's Modding sent this to me at some point. It was released out on a few Facebook pages, though, but I think he helped with some of the logos, so I got a copy of it. We do have the 6R here. This is the 6175R, and so we've got that here to help out with our pallets and stuff, mostly because me trying to use a skid steer in Farm Sim is really bad, so... I do have the skid steer that the Millennial Farmer has in real life. I just don't tend to like to use them very much. Do I use an X9? I have in the past. Hey, Ty, how you doing? Jonathan, how do we get info on Nitro Dad's work? I usually ping him on Discord, but all of his stuff gets deployed out to Nexus Mods, so whenever there's updates, that's where I go to get them. We've got a 9570 RT that we're using here, and we also have an 8370 RT. We've got that hooked up to the new Demco auger wagon here, so we're going to be testing this thing out come harvest here. And I went with the S780 since that's the combine that Zach just got on his real farm. And so we're going to be trying that out. We got it with the nice big tires here, so that should be good to go. And we've got a 45-foot header and a 16-row corn header here just to maximize what we're doing. I think his is technically only a 40-foot header, but we had to go with something that's a little bit big. The Demco grain cart should have the American graphics. It does. They only go on one side of the trailer, though. I didn't realize that. But the Patriotic Edition only comes over here on the left side of the trailer. The right side just has the white lines here. So I'm really looking forward to this. Oh yeah, you've also got some reflector changes and the warning triangle changes here, Perma says. So that is also been tweaked. I really love this Mandingo Storm. This is a great tillage tool. It worked really good for me. And so we had a lot of fun with that. We might have to find a field to get that back out in here at some point. And if we just hop into our shop here, I did go with the 4940 because I really haven't had a chance to use this yet. We've got the both the dry spreader and the liquid sprayer here. So we're going to be able to hit whatever we need. Right now we've hired the co-op to come out and do all of our liming for us just to get us started on the map. But in the future, I think that's something we're going to do. I do have the EP2 here. That I had edited with my custom logo. We're keeping the base game trailers that have been modified with the Millennial Farmer logo. And then I think I left the other lizard truck here that had the Millennial Farmer logo on it. So that's what we've got for equipment at the moment. Oh, and I forgot all of our tillage equipment. So I do have a 2730 ripper here, just for the occasional time when we're going to rip one of our fields. And then we do have a Mandingo roller here. I'm not sure this is going to serve much of a purpose with precision farming, but we've got it. We'll probably use it for something here, just for the fun of it. We do have an 8270R hooked up to it. And what else? Oh, we do have the deep bander working, which is really cool. I've got a... I'm trying to remember what the tillage tool is, a 2410. I've got this 2410, and it's all hooked up with a pull-behind 1910 commodity cart here. And this has been set up so that both hoppers will now hold either fertilizer or lime. And so we're going to be able to apply our dry fertilizer products with our tillage here. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I've been working on this mod for a little while. It didn't work so great last time around that I used it, but my modding skills have gotten quite a bit better here. And it looks like we've hit the end of our planting on this side, so I got to get this worker going on the other side here real quick. It looks like he missed a few spots. Maybe we should clean these up, huh? Yeah, Tyler, the AI works pretty good if you get about 2 headland passes on. I do find that to typically be the case, yes. Hank the Tank, yeah, I think that's actually my plan, is to just role play and go over the beans after I plant just to do something. Now the problem is I don't know if I will be able to use a worker to do that then, and so that might be kind of an awkward role play. I should have probably done beans in the small fields in that case, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do something with it though, for sure. So let's see here. I'm trying to remember. So I guess, and then the last part of the equipment tour would be the planter tractor, right? Which is a 8320 RT and our DB60. So, oh, there's Stranded with the play on words there. I'm looking here. We've got a co-op truck out here with some lime. That's probably why I had the buy fertilizer option on, so that we could pay for the liming that we're doing here, so that I didn't have to keep running back up to the co-op to fill up the lime. So we're gonna go ahead and take this guy down here and get him started on our last field, get that lime going. Let's see here. I think we're gonna start on the short rows here that we're closest to, just to get things going. And I probably should have lined up a little bit better there. Although that looks like it's actually lined up pretty good with the edge of this field. Maybe we're gonna run with that and see how it works. I kinda wish I was on the north-south though. Yeah, this isn't going to lead to success here, folks. We're gonna turn around and just get it going, even though it's angled rows over on this end. I think we'll be better off if we get the worker going north and south here. Like so. But yeah, I tend to find myself using GPS most of the time myself, just because I'm trying to do a lot more of the driving myself. The workers are easy though, when you want to just hop out and take a screenshot or do a little bit of video work. So, okay, we're going to just go up here and start on the other end so that we can get the worker going here. Hey, Austin, welcome to the stream, bud. There we go. Why are we not going on a 180 degree? There we go. So much work for one little lime spreader. So our focus has definitely got to be on planting here though, because we've got so many acres to cover. And so I'm going to go ahead and take back over here for this guy. And see if we can knock this field out, and then at some point we'll get switched over to soybeans then. Hey Aiden, welcome to the stream. Appreciate the kind words. Will Nunn, yes, this map does indeed have a multi-terrain angle set up. Van Reason, good job there on getting your teenager to install Farming Simulator. My oldest is about to turn 16 in a couple of days here, and he is not interested at all in Farming Simulator. So I've got more hopes for the 4-year-old. He's showed some interest. I've got him set up on my backup computer over here with an Xbox controller, and he's been getting good enough to drive around and do some things, but I think the actual concept of Farmer farming and how to actually play the game is still a little bit out of his grasp, but hopefully soon. Let's see if I can avoid putting it in the drink. Not quite. If you just drive fast enough, you don't get stuck. That's the rumor. No, I'm not sure how many angles. I don't think it's 32. I think it's probably 16. I'm trying to remember how it staggers the angles on multi-terrain angle. I haven't actually looked. It's one less than what I typically do, I think, on my own saves. Anderson, the Millennial Farmer map is cool. Yeah, I kind of enjoy it. I like the terrain a lot. I like that the hills are, you know, there's hills and dips and the fields aren't flat and square. I like that there's a little bit of weave and such to the map. Joshua, I have indeed done a video on how to add multi-terrain angle. There is a Ketter Farms tutorial on how to do that. Yeah, I think 16 is things look a little bit choppy, although I'm looking at this over here. I think that's a 32. I think I've got 32 angles on this map, so. Fixing the dryer to dry corn has been a report about it. Yeah, I think there's something. So the silo system right now, at least in the base game, if you get out of the dryer when you get into it to start unloading corn from the wet bin to the dry bin, it'll stop as soon as you get out. And so that didn't used to be that way. But it's not really going to affect me because I'm going to convert the silos over to use Global Company and add dry corn to this map before harvest. So that is coming soon for sure. And yeah, Scott George, I mean, just look at that. When you get the GPS going and you line up your planter perfectly with the rows, oh, isn't that sweet? It just looks so good. So good. You're on Susquehanna River Valley and don't believe it has it and we'll need to add it. Yes. I want to say that Susquehanna River Valley has multi-terrain angle because I wouldn't be able to play a map that doesn't have multi-terrain angle, and I would have noticed. I played SRV for a little bit, and I would have definitely noticed if it didn't have multi-terrain angle. Taz, you hate flat maps? Yeah, me too. Your son just came up to watch. He's got the C850 grain cart. Yeah, I love the custom modding cedar and grain cart that they've got. Oh, our worker from the co-op got full. Or got empty, I should say. Jonathan, when will the map come out? This map is released on the in-game mod hub. So you're able to download this right from the Giants mod hub. Oh, nice, Van Riesen. You're in Park Rapids. I used to live in Minnesota way back when. And my grandfather actually grew up in Lowry, so I've spent a lot of time up in the Lowry area. In fact, he's buried in Starbucks, so we go up and visit the grave on a regular basis. When I get back to Minnesota a couple times a year, usually take my mom up there. And so I'm really familiar with the area up there. My parents are actually in St. Cloud right now, so we're not too far away from that area either. Thoughts about Lancey's new map? I'm excited to see it. He put the PDA out recently, a couple days ago, and I really liked that it wasn't all square fields. It looked like he had some interesting terrain there. and so I can't wait to see how that works out. Lots of sharp angles on that. I think he's still working on some of the field definitions, but Lancey Boy's been posting photos of the map in the Discord channel on the Kedrick Farms Discord server. So for those that don't know, we do have a Discord server, and it is open to anybody to join. And we've got a lot of cool modders in there. People like Lancey Boy, Trailer Park Farms is in there, Perma's Modding's in there. Lots of people are in there posting pictures and stuff. McKnight Gaming is in there. He's done a lot of cool stuff recently. And so it's always exciting to get to kind of see those early screenshots of works in progress and stuff right in the Discord server and hang out and talk to some of the modders. So I'm really looking forward to getting to check out Lancey Boy's new map when it comes out. Larson Farms would be a fun map. Cahill, why am I coming back to the Millennial Farm map? A couple of reasons. One, I just wanted to check out some of the changes. It's been one of my favorite maps in Farm Sim, and they've added precision farming and a bunch of other stuff, and so I thought it was a good time to come and check it out and see what's up. Also, there's been a lot of mods that came out. And really, it was the fact that the Mandako Storm came out was kind of the last thing that pushed me over the edge, because that's a mod that just very much fits with this farm. So that was kind of the tipping point for me. Is like, well, I've got to try this out. If I'm going to try it out, I'm going to try it out Millennial Farmer style. So we're almost there. Let's see here. I've also got this sprayer trailer back here that I forgot about. Oh, we've got our headers sticking out of the wall. That's fascinating. But we've got Perma's Modding Wilson step deck trailer here with the cradle so that we can take the sprayer around with us, which is going to come in really handy when we get down to the bigger fields on the other end of the map here. We've done a fair amount of planting here. Let's see here. We need to get started on this field 3, but I wanted to get all my corn in first. We were going to put corn in 1, 4, and 10, I said. So I guess let's road this down to the corner of the map and get this guy going on his last cornfield here. And thank you, Stranded. We've had somebody that will no longer be joining our live streams. When's the new release? The new release for what there, Jonathan? If I push Shift 1, it'll tell me the acres instead of hours. Oh yeah, from that's a unit convert feature, I believe, yes? So we've so far worked 25.5 acres. Oh, Taz, the map from Lancey Boy is going to come out soon. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Hey, Timmy, hello from Ireland. It's got to be early for you. And we're going to cut through Donnie's pig farm here. I think Donnie was actually in chat here earlier. Whoa, don't crash. We're live. We don't get a blooper reel and we're doing it live. People just get to see it all. We're going to open the gates up here. This is just the quickest way to kind of cut through and get down to the bottom corner of the map there. Oh. Well, those row units are going to need to get repaired. David, you wish there were more American mods on console? Yeah, that's, there's a lot coming out, though. I mean, between custom modding and JHHG and JA modding, a lot of American stuff has been hitting the mod hub here recently. 10 to 3, getting ready for work. That's too early to get up for work. I'll probably still be awake at 3 a.m. here. Biggest fails happen on stream, isn't that the truth? It's funny, I was getting set up for the stream and I'm trying to get like the green screen behind me and the lights all set up where they need to be, and I trip over the chair. I'm just like, oh, thank goodness the camera's off. All I need is more me falling down memes on the internet. Washington State, welcome, David. We've got a few people from the Washington State area, actually. I've got family up there. I've been up there quite a few times. Truck driver. Yep. That will keep you going for the long hours, that's for sure. More American maps on console? Yeah. Hey, Nathaniel. Life's treating me good. I can't complain. We've had a busy couple of days here in the Ketterick Farms household, but it's all good. Kids are keeping me on my toes. I'm, on the one hand, looking forward to school being over, but on the other hand, I'm not looking forward to the chaos that'll happen in the household while the kids are at home all the time rather than at school. Yeah, permas, that's all I need is you making more GIFs for the Discord server. We've already got a couple. I don't need any more. And yeah, you've got Farmer Cop up there in Washington State, too. Scott George, thank you for the feedback, man. I put that shed video together. Trailer Park Farms had sent me a new version of that shed, and it made me realize, like, you know, I'd love to talk about that one shed, but he's got a whole bunch of other cool sheds, so I wanted to show off everything he had, and then that kind of snowballed into me showing off a bunch of different sheds that I tend to fall back to, and so I'm always curious to see, you know, if those kinds of videos are interesting to people or not. And so if people like them, I'll keep doing stuff like that, and if people don't, I'll find other videos to put out content on. Morning from Australia. Good to see you, Finny. Timmy, used to start playing American maps for Farm Sim. You prefer English maps? Yeah, and that's, like, I played a lot of the European style maps when I first started playing, before I was doing YouTube. And I actually like playing all kinds of maps. But what I found is that as I started doing content on YouTube, I wanted to play more realistically, using seasons and other things, and what it came down to is I honestly just don't know that much about farming in other parts of the world, where you put me on a Midwest map in the United States, and I pretty much have that down. And if I don't, I've got lots of people I can reach out to get some help. I know a lot of people who are still actively farming, and in fact, I would say we've got probably more than a dozen real-life farmers in the Discord server that I'm talking to every day. Hey, it's Nagi. I'm running like 2-3 minutes behind on chat, so welcome to the stream there, man. And yes, this is an amazing texture here, although we're off just a little bit. Let's see if I can shift the planter over a smidge. What is the GPS? Oh, I'm not on GPS, that's why. I started the worker off because we're about to go do something else. When I can get this shifted over with GPS so it lines up with the actual rows, it looks sweet. I should look into the New Holland series. I did a little bit of New Holland, but yeah, that's a modern brand series that I haven't done yet, and so definitely looking to run some blue tractors in the field here at some point. Hey, Daniel Martinez, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Aiden, how's life been going? It's going good. You're new to the channel, so my short-term life story, I gave up my job working in as a chief technology officer at a software company, and am doing YouTube full-time now. And yeah, I've got a wife and 2 kids, and they keep me very busy when I'm not putting content together. Us Australians just have to work with whatever maps and geos are available, don't get much choice. There's a couple of Australian-based maps though, aren't there? Sphinx, this is the DB60 from JHHG Modding. We're gonna take over here real quick and I think take a headland pass. There isn't as much grass on this end of the field as I expected. Haha. Get some cat out here, get the the problem is there's some good mods out there, but I don't know that I would be able to run a whole farm based on that. I haven't seen that there's enough Ziegler mods out there and available to put out in the field and cover everything. Mike, this planter texture is something that we made actually on the community server here. My staff team has been helping me learn how to do some new things, and this was one of the things that we're still playing with. So at least for the time being, we're not planning to release this, but maybe at some point in the future I am planning to do a tutorial video on some of this here, and maybe at that point I'll talk about how to actually make and alter textures. I'm trying to get these row units lined up with the planter again here. I'm kind of going off crazy. There we go. Oh, we're still off crooked. Aiden, am I a modder? I wouldn't call myself a modder. I've got a background in computer programming, and so I feel really comfortable diving in and working with the XML and Lua scripts in mods. But when it comes to the Blender side of things, it's not really my strong suit. And Giants Editor I'm starting to get better at, but it's still kind of new to me. And so I have been working on some Blender tutorials and stuff just because I want to be able to do a little bit more in modding and understand that process from start to finish. But I wouldn't call myself a modder. I would say more of an editor. So let me see here. We just started GPS, but now that I have a headland on both sides, I should be able to let this guy go. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump back up to the farm here, and we're gonna grab our truck with the seed tender on it, and I'm gonna run this up to grab a little bit more seed and run this out to our planter, because we're gonna run out of seed here at some point. And I'm wondering here real quick, if I look at the garage, if I can get through all these mods and find the seed tender. Is this thing going to hold? This thing only holds seeds right now. I'd edited this at one point to also include lime. I need to put that back in. A hacker, there you go, Fusion. That's a term we used to use for it. Not elegant enough to be considered a programmer. I just hack it together. Would be nice to have a way to switch between planter textures. That would be cool. Taz grew from converter to editor to modder. Yeah, that's kind of the path that I'm on. Is doing a little bit of editing, a little bit of converting. I've taken at least one mod from FS17 to FS19. So, we'll get there. We'll get there. Whoops, we almost hit that sign. Am I ready for FS22, Aiden? I definitely am. Diana, I do actually play mobile. I have the mobile version. I've played both the current mobile version and the one before that, because I just have I have kind of a crazy life sometimes, and it's good to be able to just pop your phone out and do something from time to time. And I really like that they added the ability to hop out and walk around now. Let's see here. How do I open this up now? I think that I have the bug where I need to go remap my cover key real quick here. Where's covers? Open covers. Save. Nope. Oh, I'm using a truck that uses the cover key to open the hood. Arg. See, this is why when I get new mods right before the live stream and toss them on there, bad things happen. This didn't happen when I used it before. Now can I close this hood again? Yeah, it's attached to the sprayer arm, is also mapped to N. Well, let's just find that real quick. Sprayer arm, where are you? I will never use you as a keyboard shortcut. Can I clear it? Press escape, backspace to remove. There we go. Oh, and I just pushed escape instead of clicking on it. My bad. Lower sprayer arm. Where did you go? There you go. Save. Thank you. Alright, let's see if that works. I hate having overlapping control binding. This is the one thing I don't like about... Nope. It's still doing it. The one thing I don't like about using mods that have all these extra features on them, like, I get that it's cool that I can open my hood and look at the engine, I guess. Doesn't really serve a practical purpose here for me right now, though. And it makes it so that I can't use my trailer, so incredibly frustrated. Alright, well, we won't be filling this up. Luckily, we've still got 39 bushels of seed in here from before. I guess for tonight, we're gonna have to probably F11 some seed into here. Hey, Marley, good to see you. Welcome to the stream, bud. Yeah, we have a really good moderator team that helps keep things running smooth here, because I am horrible about staying up on chat here. I'm about 20 messages behind here, it looks like. Argzy's back. Argzy, did you do a tutorial on adding textures to a map? I can't remember. Everybody's been asking about it today, and so if you didn't, I thought you did, but if you didn't, I'll be doing one here, because people seem to want to know. Connor, good night. Glad to have you in the stream. GG Fresh, I should make the seed tender green like his. Yeah, this is a seed tender that I just updated tonight, and so I'm running into a couple of issues, but I would like to get some color options on here. I'd actually like to reskin this as a J&M, so lots of things I'd like to do. Yeah, Permas, I do need a demo truck. Yeah, this one is not the seed tender's fault by any stretch. This is a problem with having a truck that has too many options and key bindings. You did one for using the textures from Custom Modding Group? Cool. Yeah, if you're looking for a tutorial on how to add custom textures to a map, go over and check out Argzy Gaming. He's got a tutorial over there. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I've watched a lot of his other content, so I'm sure it's superb. Rishban Patel, where I'm missing somebody. We got another Minnesotan joining us here. Let's see. Oh, I've overshot where we probably need to be. So we're gonna swing back around here, come back down here and wait for this planter to come down to our end, and we'll fill him back up. Did I find a way to remove the annoying notification of courseplay? I did, and then I updated courseplay again because they have a updated version that they submitted to Giants for a Mod Hub release candidate, and I haven't updated since then. Or I haven't gone back in and edited the code to remove the annoying messages, so that might be a great tutorial for people who want to know how to go into courseplay and turn off the annoying pop-up messages that you get. There you go, Argsy. That would be much appreciated. GG Fresh, I wish when you planted it had better textures. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we made this edit, to at least get a little bit closer to reality. Oh, somebody from Iowa there, taking a small break from Lone Oak. Nice. Yeah, I have an uncle and 2 cousins who live in Iowa. What is going to be in the big field behind the farm? We're going to do soybeans back there, I think. If I look at the map here, we did corn in 1 and 4. We're going to do corn here in 10. And then we're going to do soybeans in 3 and 6. So when we get to the end row here, what I'm going to do is top this planter off. And then we're going to run up and grab a different truck here. And we're probably going to go grab that demo unit that's sitting up at the dealer with the DB90 on it. I think that otherwise we're not going to get this field done tonight, because this is quite the field. Although, honestly, this DB60 is really knocking the acres out a lot faster than I thought it would. This is quite the planting setup here. Oh, no, no, no. Let's not take out the front of the truck. I know we're unhappy that it won't let us refill. Oh, and then we did it anyway. My goodness. Well, there you go. The little things that would get edited out of a YouTube video. We're on the second hopper here with the seed tender, so we should be able to just pull right up here. Get this all lined up. Wish you could have a map in Farm Sim for PS4 that is based in Alberta. That would be interesting. I haven't seen too many Canadian maps on the Mod Hub. Alright, we're gonna get this guy going again here with the worker, just to keep him moving, and then we're gonna go grab some backup equipment here. Oh, we didn't quite get lined up as well as I thought. All these crooked rows now. There we go. All right. You go, go, go here. Hey, Mr. Clock. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see, sir. Yeah, Taz, there's so many things we'd love to have in the game at some point, but it's figuring out which things are the priority for sure. for me, I think the performance stuff that they've already talked about was probably the right thing for them to announce first. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that. The love stream. Have you seen the video claiming soil type affects yield by crop in precision farming? Well, soil types affect yield, but soil types by crop are not a thing, so that is definitely... I think I had a conversation, actually, with the content creator that put that out. He and I went back and forth for a while on that, so... I think that I have shown him how that didn't work. You can make it that way. If you edit the map, there's a way to do that in precision farming, but by default, that's not how it works. K-Swaggers, welcome to the stream, buddy. I appreciate the donation. That is very generous of you, sir. Don't think you've ever watched my streams, but I've been in MRGs. Yes, I have. I do like to hang out on MRG streams when I have the time. Usually he streams when I'm putting the kids down for bed, though. So I'm on my phone, like jumping in to leave a few messages. Oh, I'm reading chat, not watching where I'm driving. How you been doing, sir? Oh, we hit the tree. Come on. See, this is what happens. This is why you don't text and drive, folks. There is no cruise control or worker on the truck driving back up to the fill point. Oh, there you go. That's right. Mr. Clock is infamous for his autocorrect typos. So we're gonna drop, oh my goodness, I can't turn. We're gonna drop this trailer right here, and then we're gonna go pick up a temporary replacement truck. After crashing into that tree, we gotta take this thing into the shop and get it fixed. So hopefully they're gonna give us a loaner. Because, yeah, this truck is done. I just don't like that truck. I'm a Chevy guy. I like it. Although it does have the squad plates on here, which I'm not opposed. Just not quite my thing. Anhydrous, nice. Yeah, I've been adding anhydrous to all my maps recently, so we'll be trying to showcase some more variety of equipment using anhydrous here soon. What did I have for dinner tonight? It's Tuesday. We had tacos. It's turned into kind of a family tradition. My 4-year-old, oh, we're trying to get it here again. I can't drive and watch at the same time. Oh, well, since we've got Mr. Clock in the stream here, we had to take a quick swing by Clock Brothers Seed here. He's got his truck all out here ready to load up some pallets. I've got to get Mr. Clock's new logo on some stuff here at some point, though. I think he's gone through a rebranding. But, yeah, you might see Clock Brothers Seed come out to the farm here at some point. Oh, my goodness, get back on the road. Yeah, Stranded knows what I'm talking about. It was Taco Tuesday, coupled with appropriate taco beverages. So here we've got a nice shiny 8RX with a DB90 and a liquid fert tank set up. I think we might actually grab this and see if we can knock out this cornfield tonight. So we're gonna run this up to the farm, or up to the field here on the corner. We'll see if we can not crash this since it's technically not ours. And then we'll get another pickup here and go pick up some seed. Can Clock Brothers Seed compete with the prices at FBN? Well, we're gonna find out because we've got the we got FBN set up here as our bulk buy point, so we're gonna need to see how competitive they can be. Yes, there were limes with those beverages for sure. So I don't think there's anything that would limit anhydrous from being added to a console map because there's not any scripting involved with anhydrous. It's just a fill type, and I think that console's gotten new fill types added. It's just an XML change. I'm not sure though. Might as well knock out a cornfield too. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure the beverages aren't helping with my driving either. Kyler, welcome to the stream there, bud. Are we gonna demo an X9 on this map? Oh, you better believe it. I don't think 1780 is gonna get us there for harvest, so we may need to add some things to the farm for sure. Now, in theory, I should probably stop and get some seed and fertilizer, but in practice, I don't think there's any way I get into that yard and back out with my driving, so we're gonna take this out to the field and then come and fill it up. Yeah, Taz, that's what I thought. If there's no custom Lua, it's good to go. Yeah, GG Fresh. When I was in southern Minnesota, like, we did anhydrous everywhere. So, you know, I'm surprised nobody's brought it to console yet. It seems like it would be a pretty straightforward thing to add and do a couple of mods for. I think that it's just because it's not a standard fill type, but has anybody done like alfalfa and stuff on console mods yet? Because it's the same kind of principle. How competitive will Clock Brothers Seed and FBN be against Hefty Seed when MRG starts that project? Yeah, there you go. I'm looking to see, he's got some interesting ideas coming here, so I can't wait to see what MRG does, that's for sure. Fusion Simulations, I appreciate the donation, man. It's always good to see you. I don't want to do a 10 hours of harvest streaming with one S680 with a 12-row head. So I did get the 16-row head, and we've upgraded to the 780, which is what Zach has on the real-life farm. But still, the 16-row head, that's not really going to save me. After doing that Flint Hills live stream, I'm definitely done doing it the hard way. We're going to do it the easy way. Add more equipment. Yeah, actually, that's what I thought. Triticale, alfalfa, yeah. Yeah, I gotta find somebody who's doing console maps and work with them to get some anhydrous stuff added there. I think the problem is that until somebody comes up or comes out with some anhydrous equipment that's on the mod hub, nobody's gonna want to add it to a map because you can't use it. So I think this is our field here, yep. So what we need to do first, so I'm going to leave this all folded up right here for a moment. We need to get a loaner truck here. I probably shouldn't have sold that other truck. Is this mine? Oh yeah, we got a good Kedick Farms logo one here. We'll use that. I really don't want to pay for it though, but maybe we will just because. We're not going to lift it. We're not going to spend a lot of time here. You know what? White looks good. We don't need anything crazy. We'll go nice and cheap. We are going to get a truck bed though, because it's going to drive me nuts if we don't have a truck bed. White looks good. Save the game here real quick before something goes wrong. All right, so we got a basic truck here that we can use to go get our seed tender, but we also... Oh, we've got manual attach on. Whoa, we're in run mode. We also need to get that liquid fertilizer tank going here too at some point. So we're gonna have to come back up here and get the semi, because I don't think I could get this thing up on the sprayer cradle ramps. I think that'd be a recipe for disaster. So you've got the 2510H fertilizer implement that has anhydrous tank. It does, but doesn't that thing only do dry fertilizer? Hey, Owen, welcome to the stream. Hey, Tim, good to see ya. We are going way too fast here again. We need to set a cruise control before I jump this truck off of something. There we go. Can I put my truck on Xbox? Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to add logoed trucks like this, or add logos to trucks on the console at this point. Although that would be really cool if they let you have the option to add add your personal logo here, and you could upload whatever you want. Hey, it's Fallen Oak Farm. Good to see you, man. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, now that Blue Jet's part of the, what's it, Unverfirth family, maybe we could get that on here. Yeah, I don't think it's a branding problem. I think it's just nobody's done the equipment because there's no maps to support it, so why would you add the equipment? And then, you know, there's no equipment, so why would you add it to your map? And so it's just this vicious circle. Now let's see here. There we go. Interesting. So I wonder if I still have to put the auger out to fill. Where's my seed? I don't want lime, although I do need lime at some point. Do I not have seed here? Where is my seed? I gotta have seed somewhere. No, I've not actually filled up with seed from here. I guess I've got solid fertilizer inside. No trigger there. Maybe we didn't put seed up here. I can't recall now. Well, we're definitely coming up here to get the liquid fertilizer in a moment. We've got herbicide, I've got ammonia. Yeah, we didn't put any seed up here. I guess I go over to Clock Brothers Seed for the seed. Well, there you go. FPN isn't selling seed. What do you know? We're gonna try in here real quick. I'm not quite lined up here. Permas, I don't think this thing is loading from the top. Because I should be able to, at a minimum, put fertilizer in here. Is there a different way to open the cover? Top fill option chosen in the store. The auger shouldn't come out. Oh, well, I didn't rebuy my seed tender. I already had it. Hang on. Hang on. See, this is what happens when you're not smart and Permas gives you a mod. Now it'll work. I wonder if I had to switch the truck then, or if that would have worked with the other truck still. We may never know. However, we're still not getting a fill plane for the fertilizer here. Not that I needed dry fertilizer, but just as a curiosity measure. Alright, we're gonna run up to Clock Brothers Seed regardless. I can always switch it back if I need to. Farming Aviator, which series am I enjoying more, this or Mercer County? That's hard. We haven't really gotten started here yet, so, you know, I've been having a lot of fun with Mercer County, but I do love this map, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I do like the fact that I'm using a bunch of new equipment on Mercer County. I always like when I get to use new things. And we've already used some of the new stuff here on this map. The Mandako Storm was pretty cool. So, I'm looking forward to checking that out for sure. Taz, it was good to see you on the stream here today, dude. Glad you could make it despite being super early for you. Alright, let's go, Slowpoke. 15 miles an hour is a little bit slow for me. Alright, so we're gonna try this fill point here. See if it works out for us. We might have to move Mr. Clock's semi-form though. Oh, we still got debug mode on. There we go. We're just gonna pull this up right here in front. Block ourselves off so we can't actually get through again next time. But hopefully leaving ourselves enough room to get out of here. There we go. Livin', I have a bug for you. The fertilizer fill point didn't work. You even asked me to test that and I didn't. Alright. You wish they would add a roller to console. That would be interesting. The roller, like at least with seasons and precision farming, the roller doesn't actually serve much of a purpose because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that it would spread fertilizer. So I'm curious to see if there's a way to kind of give that a different mechanic at some point. Fusion, what does debug mode do? So when you hit, well, let me get on a different road here first so I don't go crashing off into the middle of nowhere because there's some big bumps here. So if you have debug mode enabled in your config file for Farm Sim, the game.xml I believe it is, or game settings.xml or something, you can then hit F5, and the first push of F5 brings up this mode, which lets you see all the collision boxes and hit boxes for things. It lets you see triggers in the game and stuff like that, which is super useful. For being able to figure out if there's something that you can interact with. So if I hop out here for just a second and run over here, you can see that the orange ones are all the areas where, you know, I'm going to run into something that there's an object I collide with. This yellow square here is a trigger. And so this is how I know that I should be able to interact with this fertilizer point here and actually get fertilizer out of it. And then there's a couple other modes that I don't really use that often, so I probably am not the best person to explain those to you. But I think one of them has to do with sound, and one of them has to do with lights, maybe. RC Wyatt, hello. Welcome to the stream. Justin, good to see you. You think that JA Modding will bring out the roller as well? Maybe. I think technically he brought the European version of the Mandako Storm to the mod hub. So I don't know that a lot of the mods that JA Modding brings out are close to the US counterparts, but not quite the same. And so it's good to get the mods in the game for sure. I'd rather have them be a little bit off than not have them at all. But I'm not sure that he's necessarily bringing things that are American-centric, and I don't know. I haven't seen rollers getting used in a lot of other areas outside of the U.S. So I'd be curious if other people are using rollers for stuff in the same way. So, Will, no, typically you use a roller either right before or more often right after you plant. Sometimes after the beans come up, but it flattens the ground down really good to make sure that you're not picking up any rocks or big clumps of dirt or anything when you're coming by later to harvest. All right, so we've got seed here. We're gonna hop into the 8RX, open this up, get that filling. While that fills, we're gonna hop all the way back to the farm. We've got a seed tank on the farm. What do you know? That would have been nice to know a little bit ago. We are gonna grab a semi. We're gonna grab this semi. And with this semi, we're gonna go get our, what do you call it? Our Wilson step deck trailer here. And we gotta get some liquid fertilizer for this DB90 here. By the time we're done getting all the equipment out here to the field, we're gonna be all done with the DB60. He's gonna plant the whole field for us. Helper E has stopped working unexpectedly. He must be out of seed. Farmer Ken Bob, yeah, I think Zach did actually just put a video out on using the roller. Yeah, I think he probably did a better job of explaining how and why it works than I did for sure. So check out the Millennial Farmer's YouTube channel, and he should show you everything you want to know about what a roller is and why you use it. What is some good town maps for roleplay with your friends? There's a handful of them out. I highly recommend any of Nitro Dad's maps. He usually puts some pretty good towns on his maps. I liked Georgetown. Susquehanna River Valley's got some decent town areas on it. There's a few others out there. Alright, reading chat and driving through gate entrances don't always go hand in hand, so let's see if I can get the fertilizer filling up here. We're gonna fill up this liquid fert, and then let's go see if we can figure out what happened to our planter. Looks like we ran out of seed, so I'm gonna just try and back this guy up the rows here. Not exactly the straightest backup job here, but, whoa, no. We lost control of the keyboard. We'll get this guy down here, and we're gonna go ahead and grab the seed tender and run down here just to get that worker going once again. Oh, it looks like we didn't quite top off this DB90. There we go. Nebraska lands and Midtown US both have nice towns as well. That is a good point, sir. We've just started playing on your Midtown map there. Loving that so far. We're actually going to live stream tomorrow night at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be doing Harvest on Midtown on our members-only multiplayer server. So I'll be joined hopefully here by a number of the channel members, and we're going to be knocking out some Harvest on Midtown, which has been just a absolutely fun map to play on so far. And my Chat is suddenly filled with stranded laying down the hammer on somebody. I'm not sure what that's about, but thank you, sir, for keeping things running here while I'm all distracted. And we should get mostly topped off here, I think. Not full, because we did put quite a bit of it into the DB90 here. But 81%, I'll take it. And don't forget to close the covers up here. And away we go. All right, Jacob Sparks, will I play on the American Life of Farming Boy map by Lancey Boy? I don't know. I'm definitely going to check it out when it releases, though. Lancey Boy has been very active on the Discord server lately, and so I would love to check it out when it comes out. It really depends on what we have going on the channel at the time. It's always difficult to try and juggle 3 active series. One of the reasons I run 3 different series at the same time is to give me the flexibility to end something and start something new without completely disrupting the schedule. And so we'll hopefully be at a spot where we can take a look when that comes out. And we're just going to run this liquid fertilizer up to the DB90 here so we can finally get that started. Either way, it's not really a waste because we're going to need fertilizer in here soon to do some spraying with the 4940. Because we did not put liquid tanks on our DB60. That might be something we add next year. This road is always a bit crazy, especially for me, trying to navigate all the telephone poles and the construction equipment. I'm sure those construction workers appreciate me driving 50 miles an hour past their work site. Hey, Jake, welcome to the stream. We've got Sean in here as well now. Joshua, it was great having you in the stream, man. Always appreciate the comments. You have a good night, sir. We will see you soon. Yeah, Farmer Ken Bob, I've got one of the best moderator teams I've seen. I might be a little bit biased, but they do an awesome job of staying on top of things, whether it's in the live streams or the Discord server. So I'm always appreciative to have so many people able to hop in and help me out. Let's close up our things here. We got liquid fertilizer going into the DB90, and then I should be able to start this up and pull this secondary tank up alongside. So the Wilson Step Deck, this is mod by Perma's Modding, and I'm almost positive I have a link to his Facebook page in my mod links section on the Discord server. And so Perma's been in the chat here most of the evening. He did this Wilson Step Deck. It's an awesome mod. And then this Yetter spray tank that I've got behind me here, this was something done by McKnight Gaming, and he's also a very active member of the Discord server. In fact, I watched him make this. He was live streaming in one of the Discord server channels while he was doing most of the modeling work on this. So, Fusion, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. It was good hanging out with you, and once again, I appreciate the donation tonight, buddy. Hey, Duck, good to see you. Canyon Williams, welcome to the stream. Max Ray Farms, I do have a PS4. I do not play Farming Simulator on it, though. Oh, this will be interesting. I'm going to fertilize with one of the planters and not the other one. I guess I could have just ran without the fert and saved us all this hassle, but hopefully when I get out to spraying here later, I will have sprayer section control set up appropriately so I don't waste spray. And we've got precision farming, so it should also be smart enough to handle that. This has actually got GPS on it as well, so we're good to go. I don't always think about having all of my mods installed or set up right or configured when I set them out at the dealer. Paradox, you can't find Georgetown. Georgetown was made by Nitro Dad, and he releases all of his mods on a website called Nexus Mods. You do need an account to log into Nexus Mods to download the map, but it doesn't cost anything. It's a little bit of a confusing site to set up on, but it is free, so. Now I'm planting, yeah. Yeah, so it's funny, Van Riesen, I normally pay really close attention to stuff like that, where I'll match my corn head up to my planter, but in this case, I felt like going all the way up to a DB90 was jumping a little bit far ahead. I wanted to try to match a little bit closer to what he ran in real life, but then as I always start buying my equipment in the order that I'm going to use it. So I buy tillage equipment, then I buy my planting setup, and then by the time I got to my harvest setup, I was like, I really don't want to try and tackle all of this fields with a 12-row header. So that's where I started to deviate. Yeah, K-Swaggers, there's a few modders who have things on Nexus Mods that don't post anywhere else, so that's how I ended up getting into there. But yeah, there's a few other games that use Nexus Mods for a lot of things. But yeah, this is a nice setup here. I like this planter setup for sure. Argsy, have a good one. Hope you have a productive today. It's already early morning, mid-morning for you over there, so have a good one, sir. We'll see you soon. I'm glad I got to hang out with you tonight. Billy Roberts, yes, this planting is different, although I'm not quite lined up here, so it's irking me just a smidge. Let's see if we can fix it. We're gonna inch over here on the GPS just a little bit. A little bit more. There, now it's looking good. Yep, this is a custom planting texture that we put together for this map, along with a few other edits. We're still working on some of it, but I know Argsy did a tutorial on how to do custom textures. There was a version of this custom texture was added to the custom modding Facebook group. And so if you're a member of my Discord server, Argsy just posted a video in the self-promotion channel with his tutorial on how to add those textures to your map. These are a little bit different from those textures. These are something that we put together on the server ourselves. But Jack, I'm typically a 2-pass headland guy. Yes, I am. At least I was when I used to plant with a 12-row planter. So when I farmed, we had a 12-row planter, so we would do 2 headland passes with that, and we would do the headlands at the end, not the beginning. So there's a lot of debate that goes on with doing headlands before or after, but we were always an after kind of a person. So yeah, Duck, this is going to be just planting here tonight, and then tomorrow night we're going to be doing harvest on the multiplayer server, which will be fun. Max, how much do we have left on this field? Good question. Let me get turned around and I'll check. Whoa, we were going a little fast there. GPS got ornery. If we come down here, it looks like that DB60 is doing an awesome job. Knocked out more than half the field while we were goofing off here to get this DB90 out here and working. But we are going to Probably leverage this for beans on our big field 3 over here at some point. We'll do that maybe in a video. Oh my goodness, we missed a huge chunk of corn in field 4. Well, we're gonna have to go back and fix that too. What time does the stream start tomorrow? Probably the same time, so 9 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, welcome back, John Deere for Life. Hayden, good to see you. I'm glad you could catch another stream. Yeah, I figure it's, I missed a couple videos this week. We had some stuff going on, and so we're gonna do a couple of streams this week and see what we can do to catch up on some of our series and have a little bit of fun on the multiplayer. So, how long is the stream gonna be tonight? The plan was to finish corn planting, so usually I try to keep it to 2 hours. But we're probably going to go for a little bit longer than that, depending on how long this field takes to wrap up. Good to see you, Matthew. Yeah, no worries, dude. I always appreciate when you can make the stream. Laugh at me as I muck up your map, but we should have a good time. Nathaniel, you have to go soon. No worries. One of the joys of trying to do more streaming is that hopefully this is going to become a regular thing. I'm hoping after another week or so here to start to put together a more formal schedule. I know a lot of people would prefer if they knew when I was going to be streaming before the morning of. And so we're going to try and come up with a schedule that we can stick to here in the next week or so. Joanna, you wish that someone would make a map on Mike Mitchell's farm. So there isn't one that's exactly his farm, but the series I've been doing on County of 40 Mile is pretty close. The farmyard that I'm using feels pretty similar to his setup. I haven't watched all of his videos. I've watched a few of them though. And so you could definitely make some changes to that farmyard to bring that in a lot closer. John Deere for Life, you've got school tomorrow. Well, good luck with that, sir. Matthew, YouTube is now my full-time job as of a few weeks ago. I was, before that, I was a, what was I? I was a chief technology officer at a software company, so I come from a computer programming background. That's what I used to do a long time ago, and had moved my way up into management for a while and needed a change of pace, needed to do something different that also gave me the freedom to take care of my family and do some different things at home. And so we made a switch here about, well, what is it, 25 days ago now. So the first of this month was when I started doing full-time YouTube. Max, what part of Minnesota was I in when I helped that guy farm? We were in south central Minnesota, so I was in, I guess, just north of the Albert Lee area. A Larson Farms map would be cool. Yeah, Randy, wrong province for sure, but if you're just kind of looking to get as close as you can, I think that's the map that jumps out at me the most for a Mike Mitchell style farm. There's other Canadian maps, but none of them really had that same kind of a feel to them. Is Nexus Mods safe? Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward site. I've not had any issues with Nexus Mods personally. Close to Owatonna? My uncle actually lives in Owatonna. But south of there. So Yeah, I farmed pretty much everything up and down the I-35 corridor between Albert Lee and, I'm trying to think of what the small little town was there. There's a town named New Richland there on, what would have that been, Minnesota 13 is the highway that runs kind of north and south there. I can't remember. It's been a while. This was 25 years ago. Oh, yeah, Nexus Mods sometimes modifies the name of the file, and then you have to change it to get the mod to work. I've had a problem with that before. Mod Network is a okay site to get mods from. Lots of mods on there. Ben, where do I live now? I live in Michigan. Southeastern Michigan, the Metro Detroit area. Hey, King, welcome to the stream. Keith, this is a custom planting texture that the moderator team put together for me. We've been playing around with some different modding techniques, and this was one of the things that I was always complaining about was how I hated that when I was planting it was this seeded texture and it didn't look like I was planting. And since I'm a row crop kind of a guy, we put together a different planting texture. Paradox, yeah, I've used Mod Network quite a bit. Lots of good mods out there. Lots of modders who upload there primarily, like MRG, Dennis Farms. So there's a lot of good modders out there. Now, I'm really hoping I don't crash into this DB60, but I was also really hoping that we wouldn't have this tiny little sliver left between us. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Alright, so what we're going to do is get this guy folded up. We've got lots and lots of liquid fertilizer left, so hopefully I'm going to be able to dump this back out of here when we're all done and use it in our sprayer, because we're going to have a lot of spraying to do. Paradox, good night, man. It was good to see you. And if you're not a member of the Discord server already, please go ahead and join the Discord server. Great place to get help and answer different questions. Keith, the textures, at least not at this point, still working out some different kinks with some of them. But I do plan to add to my tutorial repository. So how to create and add custom textures is something that's been on the list. There's some really good custom textures floating around on the custom modding Facebook group, which were the inspiration for these. And so if you head over to the custom modding has a page, but they also have a Facebook group. And if you join their Facebook group, recently they shared a set of textures. If you're on the Discord server, ArgZ Gaming did a tutorial of how to add those custom textures to a map. And so I think he's got a link to them in the description of his video as well. So if you check that out, you can get some custom textures that are very close to these. But yeah, these are 30-inch rows. Where am I going? Let's see here. This is not the field that we want. We're gonna take this up to the next one here. John Deere for life. Have a good one, man. Good luck on your test. It is that time of year. Duck, what is my favorite map? We were talking about that earlier in the stream. For a lot of reasons, I'd actually probably say this one, just because I've had a ton of fun on this map. And it's not necessarily the highest quality map on Farm Sim, but from a fun perspective, this has definitely been a fun map. And so I've probably gotten the most enjoyment playing this map out of the maps that I've played. But I would also say that, you know, if somebody were to ask me what the best maps in Farm Sim were, I'd probably have to say Flint Hills, Midwest Horizon, and Medicine Creek would be the top 3 that come to mind. I just like those big, large 4X style maps. And then if you're looking at standard size maps, I would pretty much point you towards some of MRG's maps. He's got some good maps. And then if you're looking for, so I like the row crop style map. And then if you're looking for some of the bigger maps like that have a lot more custom features and fun things to do on them, I really like the maps that CCS 101 puts out. And so I've been recently playing on excuse me, on Midtown USA. We've got that running on the multiplayer server, and that's a map I hadn't done a series on, and we just started playing on it, and that's been a lot of fun. He also did Nebraska Lands, which has been cool too. We did a live stream on that not too long ago. Where I'm losing it here. Chad is going downhill fast. I'm a dancer full-time. I do not dance. King, what do I do for a living? So I was a chief technology officer at a software company up until recently, but we made the switch, and so as of the beginning of this month, we are full-time YouTube. So we're gonna see how that goes over the next few months, and if we can turn this into a full-time job, I'm gonna be really excited. But I had the opportunity to take a few months off from the quote-unquote real job and focus on something that I've always wanted to do. And so we're making a go of this, and hopefully we can turn this into something successful. Yeah, Nebraska Lands is just a cool map. That's probably one of the maps that I'm considering to still run a series on. With Farm Sim 19 coming to end of life here soon, not a lot of modders are coming out with new maps. I think that, you know, we're going to see a couple of additional maps here before the next game comes out, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of new stuff coming out. And for me, that's okay, because there's so many maps that I missed out on that I'm still haven't gotten a chance to really put any hours on. So stay tuned, but I think Nebraska Land's going to be coming up here at some point as well. Yeah, see, I'm just ignoring all of my staff members right now. Perma's me doing the Macarena? No. Definitely not a picture anybody needs in their head. I can barely handle sitting in a chair without falling over, let alone dancing. Oh, we're in the wrong spot. You know what I need? I need a bridge over this little creek. I don't think I can even get around the trees over there. Alright, we're going around, going back out the other entrance. You'd think after the 1,000+ hours I probably spent on this map across, you know, more than 100 episodes, I could remember how to get out to my fields. Ford or Cummins? These are poor choices. I prefer Chevy vehicles. Farm Sim Gym. When FS22 comes out, will you purchase DLCs from FS19 transferred to it or not? I don't believe so. At least historically, I believe that all of the DLCs are specific to the game that they were purchased in, and so you won't have any of those DLCs in the next game. Because they will potentially be different DLCs. Other than built-in features like seasons, you're not sure how much better FS22 on PC can be. I don't know, like, I think that the graphical improvements that they're making are gonna be more noticeable than people give it credit for, I think. Like, playing Farm Sim on low graphics settings to the highest settings is a huge difference in FS19, but most people can't manage to get their graphics turned that far up with how poorly it performs. And so I'm, really looking forward to seeing how big of an impact that is and what the next game has. Like, are they going to improve the graphics any in the next game? I don't know. I don't know that they need to. Like, honestly, I think the graphics level in the game right now isn't that bad. I would definitely rather see them work on adding some new game mechanics to the game before they overhauled the graphics anymore. Making it more performant, definitely a supporter of. Marley, how old are my kids? I have a teenager who's gonna turn 16 this week, and I have a 4.5-year-old. And I'm honestly not sure which one's more trouble. No, I shouldn't say that. My kids are great. I have it super easy. Outside of them having all kinds of activities and needing a full-time chauffeur, my kids are not that much trouble. Why is that one strip darker on the left there? Or, well, it's on my right now. Because I had the helper turned on, and I'd forgotten to turn off the helper buys fertilizer option. And so even though this planter doesn't have any fertilizer capacity, it was buying fertilizer to fertilize that field, because technically the planter itself has the fertilizer function for when you do have fertilizer tanks on here. A better sky would be nice. I completely agree. I absolutely can't stand the haziness of FS19 here, and the pixelated clouds are a little annoying. I actually didn't mind the skybox from Farm Sim 17. Did I have livestock on the farm that I worked? So I worked on 3 different farms when I was in Minnesota. The main one that I spent most of my time on, though, was just an arable farm. We just did corn and soybeans. And then I worked for a hog farmer for a little while, for a little over a year. And so I did work with hogs quite a bit. Did a lot of manure spreading, stuff like that, slurry, knifed it in. And then we also, I had a good friend of mine that worked on a dairy farm. They did dairy and a little bit of beef cattle, and so I would go over there and hang out and help out with chores and stuff, but, didn't do a lot. So my, kind of in that order, I have degrading levels of experience. The grain marketing in FS would be nice. The contracts, that would be awesome, to be able to buy contracts and do like the more advanced farm management stuff. I saw somebody mentioned earlier, actually, like not liking the finance screen here, how it's just this rolling 5 days, and being able to have like seasonal or annual finance overviews. That would be cool. I mean, they kind of started to add that if you look at like precision farming here, right? Where you can reset the values and it stores it until then. But like the costs and earnings portion are all based on when I harvest, it uses the price of corn at that point in time to determine my earnings, but I'm not going to sell it then because I'm playing with seasons and corn sells better later on. So we're going to park this up here in the yard. I think at this point, we've got all of our corn planted here. Let's hop out into the map real quick and take a quick look. We've got field 1 planted, we've got field 4 planted, and we've got field 10 planted here. And so I think we're going to leave fields 3 and 6, our soybean planting, for an actual episode here later in the week. And I think this is probably a good point to start winding things down here. I've had a ton of fun hanging out here on the live stream tonight. Had some great chats with everybody. It's been awesome to catch up on chat with people. Strip till implements on Farm Sim 22 would be amazing. Thunderstorms would be cool. Getting different colors of clouds, that would be actually really cool. I would love to see more weather effects in the game. Things like hail, maybe, you know, rain, actually raining things out. You know, there's a lot of cool things that they could do. Charlie, FS22 will be out in Q4 is all that they've said. Keith, yeah, the Precision Farming add-on mod is the mod that you're looking for to buy or just pay somebody to do soil samples for you. Tacos, you just got here? Yeah, sorry, dude. It's that time of the night. We've been going for a little over 2 hours here. Max, it's been good talking to you. Thanks for coming to the stream. Nick, more realistic row crop options would be nice. I agree. I'm a row crop farmer. I love it. Tyler, well, good to see you. Good night. K-Swaggers, thank you so much. That is so generous of you. I don't know what to say. But yeah, certainly, I definitely like to lurk in MRG streams, and I try to chat more actively when I can. So we'll definitely say hi next time I stop over. But honestly, I really appreciate the donations tonight, sir. It's been really generous of you. Anderson Trucking, how did you repair your truck by the field? There's a mod called Mobile Workshop that I use. It's on the in-game mod hub. Lets you repair anywhere. I should do a series on console. Yes, it's funny. Over 50% of my viewers are console viewers. So I do have a capture card now. So I will I'll have to give that some thought. I want to do it before Farm Sim 19 is done because I do own Farm Sim 19 on a console. So we'll have to check that out here soon. All right, good night, Fallen Oak Farm. Thank you for coming out. Good night to everybody in the stream. We will catch you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for a live stream. But that's all for today. Kedrick?